Hey everybody, we're back again for another episode of Roll for Initiative. Last time, having a little bit of a respite from the fights with the Sanguine Saints and the Army of the Night, the players traveled back to Bifeld, and they were doing some wrap-ups of some of their storylines and kind of experiencing the town. So Talamh went and visited the slimy, gross merchant Ser and sold a bunch of magic items that they had taken from Lady Zamed's mansion.
I think you mean liberated.
Yes, that's probably a better use of that phrase.
We're gonna be very.
I didn't say stole. I did not say stole.
We're being very European about this. We liberated the artifacts.
Exactly. Speaking of which, why are the pyramids in Egypt?
Because they can't fit in a British suitcase.
That's right.
Take that, imperialism. All right. Then Talamh went to the new restaurant in Bifeld, the Blind Druid, named after her original personality of Talamh.
Well, what?
And met with Nero and reunited with her mentor. And that was a fun reunion.
Dall, that's a new one.
Yeah, it's been a day, okay?
Let the roasting of Chuck begin. Chuck roast, it's what's for dinner.
Meteor storm on your ancestors, on you, on your cow.
Roll the damage.
Yeah.
I said it wrong.
Actually, no, we get dexterity saving throws against a meteor storm, so I think we'll probably all do okay.
So
I'm gonna meld into stone until it all blows over.
Oliver dealt with the aftermath of pulling from the deck of many things, had some interesting repercussions from a fight that the party got into. Ridire went to the Tavern the Broken Arrow, which was tied to his past. There he met a blind individual who was running the shop, and upon learning that an individual named Benny had been extorting her for protection money, quote-unquote, gathered the group and confronted Benny, and then brutally killed him, as he was not remorseful or even aware of who Ridire was. And that is where we left off. Ridire is in an alleyway. Talamh was comforting him, and Oliver was cleaning up the mess with the henchmen that had been trapped in the basement. What do you all do? The day is yours.
Well, when we last left off, I believe that Ser Ridire had just made marks in his gauntlets because his fists were clenched so tightly.
Yep.
So now that Oliver's given his Mr. Rogers speech to the henchmen, I'm going to go back outside and make sure that Ridire hasn't wandered off to punch someone else out because he's so angry.
Ridire, you had just... Yeah, you're calming yourself down a little bit.
Yep.
And Talamh appears out of the shop.
Oh, good, you're still here.
Yes.
Shall we go and get ye a drink or something to calm your nerves?
I suppose.
Right. Blind druid?
It's fine with me.
Alright. Oliver, you bite down in there.
Yes, I think we're good. And walk out at this point. I think this place will become a very good clothing shop soon.
Ah.
Seem to have
Okay.
taken a liking to that side of it more than the extortion.
Well, if we're done here, I like the sounds of the birds, but let's go back to the old watering hole.
You make your way back to the blind druid, and Nero greets you all and offers you a table that's off to the side a little bit, a little more private. You can see that there is a placard on it that says reserved.
Oh.
It's one of the tables that's like in the kitchen, like in Hell's Kitchen, where the celebrities sit, right?
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, like it's in the corner next to the entrance to the kitchen, so that if the door was open, you would almost be in the kitchen. A little more private, a little more out of the way, kind of in a shadow. It's looking around, you can see a couple of rogues, hoods up, eyeing it. They want that table. They want to brood in that table, and they are upset that they cannot.
They make
Cheer up, lads.
Do they make eye contact with me?
They don't make eye contact with anybody. They are brooding.
I'm just gonna look at them and just.
You lads might want to cheer up, or else you'll cut yourself on all that edge.
Oh,
Sit down at my table.
Snap.
Let's go, Bartholomew. We don't need this here. And they get up and they leave.
I cast Summon Baby. I will have a drink of like lemonade or something.
He'll drink a whiskey drink, a vodka drink, a lager drink, and a cider drink. So that nothing can keep him down.
I'm now immune to the prone condition for
The next
24
8
hours.
hours. How long are we planning on staying in the capital before we try to clear up the other moon?
I think we need to meet. Yes. I think we need to meet with the king and queen, and then we would, I guess, determine our path after that.
I'd set up a meeting to update, I guess, within the next couple days. So, I
Right.
mean, if we want to try and do that and get out of here as quick as possible, we can definitely do that. We only have a couple of suspicions on where the second device might be. So,
Well, where do you think it is?
to be frank, I don't know. I mean, I'm between Haddonfield, where we had previously been, and it seems to be somewhat of a headquarters, or
Well, let's do some investigating. I want to scry on Acolyte.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
You close your eyes and take a deep breath, and you are seeing the top of the blind druid, and then pulled very quickly to seeing Bifeld, and then seeing Olafedir, and then your vision goes whooshing to the top of the mountain range where Haddonfeld is located. All of this taking place in a matter of seconds. And as you go closer and closer to Hodenfeld. You're starting to make out the camp that you were in, and you can see the giant castle hidden amongst the trees and the mountainous outcropping. And from this perspective, roll me a perception check.
Perception. That's a 14.
14. Not bad.
It's not bad.
Even though it's quick, you are able to get a sense of why it was so hard to find this place if you didn't end up in it via the Feywild. In that the mountainous outcroppings that kind of surround it, it's kind of hidden in a little valley. And you guys didn't get a good sense of it because you just started running in a direction and managed to make your way safely down the mountain. So your vision focuses on the castle and starts to get close, and just as you're about to enter into the castle, your vision is filled with a dark black circle with a purple ring around it. And then all of a sudden you see a monstrous wolf face, red, dripping with blood. And you're instantly backed out of the spell.
Oh.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Okay. You bring your hand up to your nose, pulling the helmet up a little bit to feel it, and you can feel a little bit of blood trickling down.
Yeah.
No damage, though.
Okay. I am immune to fear.
Yeah, it's not fear,
at all.
it's pure psychic.
Okay. Well, they apparently have scry protection, so I'm pretty sure that's probably where everything's going down.
That is,
Lovely.
I'll grab a napkin and wipe my nose.
Well,
so she is definitely back there, then.
Yes, we know she's still there at least, and whatever protections are around the castle are stronger than anything she can do on her own.
Did you see?
We could definitely.
I saw
go
the
and try to pick
symbol.
her
I saw
emails.
the circle symbol that they use, and then there was like a wolf.
The one for Shar.
For Shar, yeah, with the purple, and then there was a
Yes.
wolf. There was like a mad wolf, which is kind of old hat these days.
Perhaps. Hold up, I'm looking through my notes. Perhaps.
I'm tired.
Cardinal
Are
Dorn.
these mother effing werewolves?
It
mother
could
effing-
be Cardinal Dorn. So we know for sure that he's not a Baird.
Well, I mean, that was him.
It
Well, I
wasn't
guess we-
acolyte, so.
It could have just been the spell showing the wolf face, just because they're extra like that. As
it's
Ridire
entirely
calls somebody
possible.
else, as Ridire calls somebody else extra, his cape of billowing flutters a little bit.
Sarah dear, did you find some way to teach you that?
What?
A Wayne, like a little child. That's
Oh.
a relatively new term for
Is it?
you.
I heard some teenagers say it, and I thought that must mean it's cool.
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
I do think if the disc represents Shard, then the wolf has to represent somebody. I would feel like.
Or
Yes,
all of them. But they've
could
got a
just be
scribe
the
protection.
werewolves in general, but it could specifically be Dorn. That's true. I didn't recognize the wolf, right?
No, and when I say wolf, it wasn't your typical werewolf. It was more of a monstrosity than a typical werewolf, and it was not just dripping blood, but it was a bright red color.
It was really gross.
You
Like
do
a
know that
flesh golem werewolf.
I have written in my notes, Cardinal Dorm Dash has ascended, so you know that's
If that's ascendancy, then I'm good. Let's not do that, right? I mean, ow.
Yeah.
It looks. I mean, it didn't have. It's like it didn't have skin. It looks painful,
Oh. That would hurt about a lot.
right?
I mean, it had fur.
Oh,
Oh.
It was
Flesh
a
fur.
reddish fur dripping with blood. And
flesh fur. Should
should we? Oh, go
talk
ahead.
to the king and queen?
Aye,
You wanna
let's
do that
go.
today?
Good counsel.
We can do
Listen.
that today.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it sooner or later. Might as well get it out of the way.
Let's go meet with the king and queen. Oh, did I get my like badge back
No, I don't think they gave it back to you.
from? Because I gave it to the people that we sent through the portal.
Mm-hmm. But we haven't seen the people that.
No, but I went to the teleportation circle, so I'm just
Oh.
wondering if maybe they held it there for me or something.
yes, you would have gotten it back upon heading there and talking with the guy.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
then I put it on like a necklace as a pendant. Can I? You can do that, right? The
Mhm.
little badge thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to like show it. I just have it on.
Yeah, that's easy
All right,
enough.
let's go.
You make your way to the castle and are promptly let in by the guards. They've recognized you. Those that don't recognize you have heard of you. Even amongst adventuring parties, the Twilight Brigade tends to stand out a bit.
My cloak is billowing very majestically as we're.
Every time someone says Ser Ridire, and
It just like, whoosh, it just flares out behind me. It always looks like that tiny little bit of epic breeze, like a trench
Yeah.
coat. There's always just that tiny little bit, like I'm standing epically.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a
It's like
light
a-
breeze.
Like a hair commercial where there's just that slight breeze blowing through it.
It's like anytime John Constantine stands on top of something and overlooks, and there's always just that little bit of breeze blowing his trench coat.
That's
it's
what
that.
your cloak of
That's-
billowing does.
Yeah, it's always got that going.
Are you wearing your monk robe on top of it, like your friar robe?
no,
Or
I'm
you
not.
shiny ass armor with the cloak.
I haven't been
billowing?
wearing the monk robe anymore. It's just the armor and the cloak.
Just showing off the armor and the cloak. Gotcha.
Gotta look majestic, yeah. Gotta intimidate these werewolves somehow.
It's
okay.
majestic. Boogie yogi yogi yogi.
That and this also makes me much more of a target, which means
That's
I can
true.
protect better.
That's true. You okay, Chuck? Wow.
He wasn't mentally prepared for how much we were gonna be able to make him laugh.
He's doing the majestic slide. We could teach you. It's majestic. Okay, I'm done.
Oh God.
We need to put a Chuck kill counter.
Every time Chuck just freaking loses it.
It just tink.
You're led into the chamber, and there, you see also wearing very nice, polished armor is, Con O'Dwyer, the, leader of the capital army.
That's your friend from Bilthy.
No, I was a different person, wasn't it? That was like a general, not the
Oh.
main.
So yeah, the O'Dwyer showed up with Shari Hardhelm after the battle, and that's who you had talked to.
Oh, it was him.
Yeah.
After the battle.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's who Oliver had talked to the previous day.
Who was
Gotcha,
holding
so-
the map upside down.
Yeah.
He just sucks, doesn't he? Now I don't feel bad about making him look dumb in front of his troops.
And he sees you. Yes. How are you, adventurers? The king and queen are busy. What do you need?
Are
See
they
the
so,
king and queen.
Yeah, are they so busy that they can't talk to us about, the impending doom of the world or possibly preventing that? Because that's what we've been working on.
You don't need to bother them. Just you can tell me, and I'll relay the message.
To be perfectly frank, no, we can't.
I'd rather talk directly to, I don't want this to be like one of those instances where I say like potato and then you go and then you say tomato and then all of a sudden it's a completely different story. So I'm going to decline.
Yep. Potato.
Exactly.
Decline?
Exactly. We're going to talk to the king and queen. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm going to walk past him.
You watch as Shari holds the door open for you and just says, I'm so sorry.
We've come to expect it at this point. It's okay.
We are sorry because you have to deal with it much more than we do.
That is true. Honestly, it's probably a bigger issue for you.
You have no idea.
You're a saint. All right?
I don't know how you put up with this guy time after time. He's about as useful as a eunuch in a brothel. Just
She
Young lady
chuckles to herself and just says, but on the battlefield, he's such a bigger target.
See?
It's true. You always need a bigger target.
Yes. When running from a bear, you don't need to be the fastest. You just need to be not the slowest.
I just tell him that the bear wants a hug.
That probably
Seems like he's somewhat useful then. All right.
All right, so you enter the chamber of the king and queen. You've been in this room before. It's a standard throne room. It's very quiet now. I believe the last time you were here, there was quite an audience. Maidens and assistants and knights and everything, and while it's not a somber tone, it is a serious feeling has fallen over the throne room. You can tell that obviously the events of the last few months have been weighing on people's minds. You see King Aranel and Queen Turna, and Aranel looks at you and says, Twilight Brigade. Pretty sure you told him your name.
I'm sure he's heard what our
He's heard it
name
through
is.
secondhand at the very least.
Twilight Brigade, you've returned. Hope you have some more news for us.
Yes, a mix of good and bad.
Well,
a lot more good than bad though, which is good.
That's excellent. That is good. More good is always good.
Yeah. So as I'm sure your generals told you, we succeeded in helping protect Bilthy.
Yes.
And I can't imagine it having gone better, even with what loss of life there was. It turned out pretty dang good for the town.
Could have been way worse.
It could have been a lot worse. So that's good. Also, totally took out almost entirely their army. I'm sure they might have more, but that's a big thing. So that's number one. And then we took out the leader of that particular army. Got a little bit of information from him. And the other two, feel free to jump in if I miss anything. So then we ended up heading north to confront Lady Zamed, as we had discussed about her a little bit briefly, her involvement.
So she
turns
was
out-
involved.
Oh yeah, she was super duper involved.
Was
So
is the key word.
yes, she's no longer a problem. She had this device that was apparently magically keeping the moons in this state. As you may have seen, one of them has been freed now.
Yes,
So-
I assumed that you probably had something to do with that.
Yeah, so we busted the crap out of that machine, so we know there's another one, and we think it's probably in Haddonfield, which we had discussed is most likely their center of operations. Yes, sorry, Todama, were you trying to say something?
Oh, don't forget her altar.
Oh
They
yeah,
won't be-
she was sacrificing people to something.
They were. We definitely sent some people this way, and we're not sure if you had heard about it or not. But there were people from across the sea that they were bringing to Ridire.
Yes, pirate smuggler.
What was the fat guy's name?
Oh, it was Galandan Nilo.
Yeah, Galandan Nilo was running that.
Also, not gonna be smuggling people anymore.
Yes, also no longer a problem. So we took care of that. I don't know if the sacrifices she was doing were to power the machine. It was like right next to each other, so ostensibly that is what was going on, but it could have been unrelated.
Maybe the machine was for the moon and the altar was for the sky.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. But in any case, that's not happening anymore. So that was that. What else did we find? Oh, we had a map that Oliver gave to be brought to you that shows that was theirs, that they showed the areas they kind of had control over. So that might help you direct troop movements and whatnot.
Yes,
Don't know if that
yes.
okay. Okay, good. Yes. Also, what else am I forgetting? Oliver, what am I missing? I feel like there was something more.
That is mostly what we have been up to. I briefly some of the reason we know that the moons have been freed is Saloon appeared to me herself to thank me, so to thank us as a group. So she is at least able to appear and somewhat see what is going on again, which she could not previously.
So definitely, that's tops.
And apparently Oliver's an avatar of Destiny.
It did happen. I also talked to what were my notes?
Yeah, Oliver's kind of like the god boy now. Like,
I've talked to a few.
Was it
few-
3 now?
Yes, I talked to Kellamvor. He appeared to me as well. So it's been slightly.
Oliver's a little bit awesome.
It's all right.
You three have had an interesting few weeks.
You can say that again.
Another piece of pertinent information. Lady Zamed did have one of the generals of Enoth, and we have acquired it.
I was gonna say had is another key word.
Have it.
Past tense, very important
She
when talking
had-
about Ladies Ahmed.
Had it.
And
Yeah,
we-
anything that you use to describe Ladies of Med has to be done in past tense now.
And we do
Yeah,
believe-
that's gonna have some repercussions with some of the nobility in the Northeast.
Well,
Yeah,
it was a natural disaster.
Yeah, her house did collapse. Anyways, if there ends up being other problems up there, then we can address those problems as well. We're quite good at getting rid of problems. Anyways,
Let's try and maintain some of the tentative peace between the upper nobility from the
As long as they aren't working on werewolf stuff, they got no beef with me.
And
If
if
they
they're-
don't start trouble, there won't be any trouble.
Exactly.
I might
And if they're
suggest
working
the-
with the werewolves, you have the Crown's blessing to handle the problem.
Yes, which is what we've been doing. We
Yes,
did not,
I understand. I'm verbalizing my hesitations with political ramifications of actions of the Crown's mercenaries.
Well,
if
I mean,
may-
there is this giant evil army marching around. We can really just, I mean, it's because of them. So they killed them. I mean, in the long run, it is kind of
Their fault.
it is their fault.
Huh?
If I may
So-
suggest another source for some of the reconciliation that could come in there is the Dalls did have some involvement, but we have helped try to alleviate that and make some reform a little bit of that. So they might be, if properly led, might be a good resource for reconciliation in that area.
Keeping the dolls on a short leash. Understood.
Short leash, very important for that one.
Well, the old man anyway.
Yes.
Other things, we think we know where the location the last general might be. His name was Reese. I forget his last name.
I think it's just Reese.
He was a member
He
of
was
some
holding a spoon.
fighting pits up north or something.
Gilderus.
Yes, Gil. He's like some fighter guy. He
Yes,
lives in
we're
in
very
Wemmick.
aware of Gilderus.
He might
Well,
have
yeah.
the last
We're
last
pretty
one.
sure he has the last general. So
But he's not likely to use it because he only hits people with his fists.
yes. But we were thinking about before any strikes on Haddonfield directly, we might try and go negotiate the retrieval of that. So
Yes, so you plan to attack Haddonfield, directly?
well, that's eventually we're going to have to pressure them in some way.
Right? We could lay siege to them, cut off their supplies, but eventually, yes, we are going to have to confront them.
We have run into the fact that the castle itself appears to have some sort of scry protection on it.
Because it's warded in some way.
Yes, we're aware of this.
That makes sense why it's lost.
Yes.
But we found it. I think I can tell you where it is because I know
yeah,
where
we
the
can-
Fey trees are,
We can
and
put it right on the
it's
map.
right next to one of them. I can point it out on a map.
I'm pretty sure you informed us of the location the last time you were.
I've done a lot of things.
Debriefing
It's hard to
us.
keep track.
Fair enough. Yes. We're aware of the location from your last visit. We have sent a few scouts, that direction. We've received some word back.
Oh, very good.
It's, very difficult terrain. The army will have a tough time going in full force.
Well, and there's the thing is that we can. The army doesn't necessarily have to assault the city directly, at least with any immediacy, if they can station on most of the easy paths out of the mountain. We can at
There's-
least hold them in there until we can come up with, a better solution.
It is
Yes,
also not perfect, but we do have the Fey tree there as well. If we can replicate some of what the rings that the cult has been using to change some time there for fast travel, that may lead to some open options.
That's true. You could potentially lead troops through the Feywild, and then just be right inside of their city.
I'm
That would
hesitant
probably-
of leading my force through a unknown plane of existence.
Or
We could go
Um,
negotiate with the Lord of the Hunt. He might be able to help provide protection for the troops to march through.
Lord
I don't
of
know that
the
he'd like
Hunt.
that, though.
He's I wouldn't rely on him. Listen, as long as you're not hurting his animals, he's prickly at best.
But we have good relations with some of the Feylords. It's possible we could arrange for, like, protection during the march, and assistance, but that's we can't confirm that until we were to try and meet with them.
Were
But I'm
you
sure we can
to
negotiate something.
were you to present us with assurances of safe travel, we would absolutely consider a route through the Feywild.
Well, that might be something we're gonna have to go and negotiate with the Fey
Yes,
ones.
that's probably going to be the easiest way to get troops into Haddonfield, should it become necessary.
In terms of closing off passage to the mountains, we have been working at that. You made
Perfect.
mention of taking out most of the army at Bilthy, and unfortunately, that was not most of their army. That was a large section of it, but
Well, yes, I said that we took out that one army, but I assumed they probably had more.
yes, and while we've kept their numbers from growing, I believe your map is probably pretty accurate. It hasn't progressed much beyond that. They are starting to move southwards as well, trying to get a foothold on some of those farms and towns. But we have been working to enclose them, and the army that is at Bilthy has started to move southward to close off both sides of the mountain.
Which that's excellent. Yes.
Very good.
Well then, I think we're all kind of on the same page here.
Yes, I will say that if Reese Gillarus does have one of these items that are of interest to the werewolves, then it may be a good idea to relieve him of that. He has always skirted the edge of the law and has quite a backing of some of, well, had the backing of Lady Zemed and some of the higher nobility of that area, but
Who knows, maybe we could pay him for it. And he'll sell it to us.
Well, we'll figure out some way to get it. Well then, yes, I think if we go and secure that, your armies and your generals and you can continue working towards keeping things contained down the south there, as we've already been working towards, and then we can kind of make a plan once we know more, and maybe we should seek out the Feylords after we've retrieved the item, perhaps.
So
I leave you to handle this the best you see fit. You have done well for the crown so far, and you have my gratitude.
Excellent. If it's not too much to ask, is there any resources we could be given to aid us in this? Equipment, weapons, potions of healing, that kind of stuff. Anything that could aid us.
Looking at the weapons that you have, I don't think ours are going to be much use to you. Potions of healing, that, I mean, how many do you need?
Let's start with a lot and go from there.
how many can you spare?
We have a portable hole. We can take a lot of them with us.
Okay, waves over one of the servants that's just been standing off to the side and whispers something to him, and he runs off and says, healing potions will be on their way in just a minute. Well, you've done a lot, so I will also be sending out for times are tough, obviously, and coffers. I don't want to require too many taxes, but we will say 10 platinum each.
Oh,
I
we don't need the
Okay.
money. If there's no extra equipment, the healing potions will be fine. Use the money for the infrastructure, the war effort, that kind of stuff.
You know what? You travel quite a bit, the three of you, don't you?
a bet.
Yeah,
That's safe to say.
safe to say. I mean, what, back and forth across the whole continent like 3 times in the last week? It's
It's easy as one.
little bit of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel as if you need a centralized location.
If you could give us something that we could just have use of the teleportation circles without having to fork over every time, just for ease of inconvenience, quality of life kind of thing. Just say, hey, official business, world saving matters and all that.
Let me do you one better. I hereby grant you full permission to use all teleportation circles within the Crown's realm. And word has gotten to us that a historical site was recently liberated and cleaned out, and is in need of a home, of a owner.
Are you talking about Moore's Castle?
I am.
Oh, yeah, that was us.
We did do that.
I gathered. I feel like that should be yours.
Well,
A
I mean,
whole
yeah,
castle?
I
Wow.
could definitely spruce the place up a bit.
Yes, well, I figure no one in the realm is going to want it because of curses and, superstitions. But it could get put to good use, so go ahead and take your home in Moore's Castle, rename it as you see fit, and along with it, I will send 10 servants to clean it up and have it ready for you when you're ready to have a rest.
Excellent. Thank you.
Ready to have a rest, given the month? That was an amazing turn of
Oh.
phrase, Majesty.
Oh, you're so clever.
You caught
All
that.
I did. Nothing gets past me.
No.
Well, much obliged, Your Majesty.
Well, the Crown is
Just very
grateful,
generous.
and we wish for you to be compensated for the danger that you're putting yourself in and rewarded for the lives that you have saved. And at this point, you see the servant that had run off come carrying a big crate. And he places it in front of you, and you each get 3 superior healing potions, 2 greater, and 5 regular.
Wow.
All the healing potions.
How many superiors?
3 each.
Okay. And
3,
2
2,
great.
5.
Well, we'll thank the King Queen and leave. They can do their other stuff. Oh, by the way, the Queen, she hated Lady Zamed. Was she like really happy when we kept talking about her in past tense?
Oh, yeah, yeah, she's just... I mean, So, if you remember, the king's first reaction to you all was very stern and kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you advantage, Talamh.
Do they have stone floors?
They do.
Well then, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And you just, Talamh, you sense that occasionally under her breath you're just hearing, serves you right, bitch.
It's like, yes.
She is very happy. The king's demeanor to all of you was very different. And that was, there's a lot of anxiety that has been released once one of the moons came back, and he's like, okay, so these adventurers are doing something, because I know it's not my people.
I don't know if you know this, but we're kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Every time the queen gives like the little yes, serves you right, I give her like the little wink, like that's us.
She is being incredibly regal and incredibly professional, but you can tell that she is very pleased.
That's good.
So let's go, because we're gonna want to probably do a night's rest before we go up north, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we could go up north and then get a night's rest, and then I can get
That's
my
true.
spell slot back.
That's true. We could definitely do that. But I could always, if there's, oh no, there wasn't a teleportation circle up there, was there?
Not in Wimmick.
Not in Wimmick. We'd have to travel more from there. So yeah, your transport via plants is probably, well, we haven't been to that region though. We'd still have to.
You're right.
We're still gonna have to travel some way anyways.
Where's Wimmick on the map again, Chuck?
Isn't it like right there?
No,
because this is where we were at. This is like Zamed's places here, right?
And there's the circle.
Isn't Wimmick like here?
All right, so this one right here with the teleportation circle.
Yep.
That is Theostone.
Yep.
And then Wimmick is this big one right here.
Oh, it's over there.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, well, that means... Ooh, we don't have an easy way to get there then.
You got, Gorkill.
Gorkill is probably the closest.
Mm-hmm. And we just...
And then we fly from there.
Mm-hmm.
We maybe have to stop at one of the... Well, these villages might be controlled by the Sanguine Saints, so I guess we'd find that out and liberate them on the way. So this is going to be a couple days to get there, at least. So in that case, then we can do some other preparation.
Oh, hey Chuck, you know how you marked out where the teleportation circles are?
Yes.
Can you do me a fave?
You want the same thing with the Fatries?
Yeah, that would be so handy, because I'm supposed to know where they are.
Yes, you are.
It would be helpful.
The king says, directs you to a side part of the castle and like a separate room where there is a gentleman, a halfling, who is busy surrounded by different scrolls and different maps, and he's quickly writing, and you can see some minor enchantments that have surrounded him, writing down different things. And he says, yes, what can I help you with? What do you need? And you're directed here to get your deed, I should say.
Oh, yeah, we've been told to receive a deed from the archives for Mora's castle.
Yes. Ridire, Talamh, and Oliver, correct?
Eh,
That is us.
That is legally my name.
I guess that is legally my name.
Is there another name on the deed that I should put?
Nope.
Oh, that's fine. That will do.
Because, you know, if you're using a name that's not legally yours, what do you want on the deed?
Yep, Ridire. I just, if she wants something different.
If you could
Good.
put Talamh on there.
Yeah, Talamh. All right, and you, Oliver's
That Oliver is fine.
scary mask
That-
man. You know what? Is there a group name this will be under?
The Twilight Brigade?
Perfect. Twilight Brigade. All right. I'm going to need stamp here, here, and here. And then you have 10 employees at your control. What do you want them to be?
Oh, well, we know it's in disrepair, so we definitely need some people that can repair and maintain the facility.
Okay. Mason,
Yeah.
woodcutter, probably at least one of each.
Yeah, and a couple of, workers to assist them. And then, I mean, if we can get some guards.
Yep.
Just
guard.
to keep bandits or any of the unsavory types.
Yep. We can do guards. What else?
Is there anyone else we need there? Just some...
They'll need someone to cook for them.
Oh yeah, definitely some sort of person to provisioner for them specifically. And
Okay. Chef. Got it. Got it. You got 10. Just tell me what you need.
what else do we need?
Someone to clean up the place? Or was that just going to fall under their general duties?
I mean, I guess it wouldn't be hurt to have like a manservant, a cleaner person for like once the areas are repaired to just keep them clean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You want
Maybe a groundskeeper, like a gardener or something.
Mm-hmm.
groundskeeper? Gardens? Great. Great. Keep it nice. Keep all the flowers in place. Grow that grass. Yes. All right.
That by
Yeah.
covers it.
May I suggest maybe a head servant? A person to run the show while you're not there?
A steward, yes.
Perfect.
Sure.
All right. All right. Well, then we got that. We got perfect. All right. Signature here, here, and here. One for each of you. And the deed was yours. We'll hire the people and send them to your new home.
Excellent.
Good luck to them.
Cool.
I
We
dip
can-
my thumb in the ink and just put my thumbprint on it.
Yeah, I'll just write Ser Ridire.
It's Oliver.
John
but the-
Hancock style. It's very large.
But the V is like the little beak of like a little raven.
There you go. I like it. Excellent.
It's a good thing I can't see because I would give you no end to how extra you two are being signatures.
Oh, Ridire just writes it that big because he can't read it otherwise.
Because he can't see very well.
Oh, I love it.
And they don't
but-
have bifocals.
By the way, look, it's your giant badgers.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, wait a second. No, if paladins are immune to a disease, that means that Ridire can't get glaucoma or any sort of myopia.
No, but he's also 60 years old, so there's general age degradation.
I guess.
That's not a disease.
Isn't aging a disease?
Yeah. Ridire's in pristine condition till he falls over.
Mankind is a disease.
Amen.
Oh. So that one
Yeah,
is...
so okay, if that's good. So that means we can check on the keep later, and it'll hopefully be getting brought up to better quality, and we can see about getting other people there to help with things, because we should probably, I mean, over time we'll probably end up settling a little community around it. I'm sure. It tends to
I'm
happen.
gonna faff off back to the Feywild when all this is over.
We'll just end up handing it off to someone else. Longer
I mean, I
probably.
might come back and say hi every so often, but
Yeah, you could still own it and just check on it from time to time.
right. I mean, I am also a Chewinga, which is
Mhm.
wanting to go back home eventually.
I want to go back to the tavern, the Arrows
Broken Arrow?
Arrow.
Okay.
And I just want to tell her that Benny won't be a problem anymore.
Okay.
So.
Shit. Why did you take care of him for us?
Let's just say I don't like bullies.
Few people will stand up to them, unfortunately.
Are we there with Ridire? I would like to be there with Ridire.
Did you allow them to tag along?
I have no qualms to them coming with.
Okay. Then you're there with Ridire.
Okay, good. Okay, Chuck,
Yes.
here's a question. I've been wanting to do this, but I haven't figured out a good opportunity, and this seems like this would be a prime time to do it. You know how Chewingas can impart gifts on people?
Yes.
Like their blessings?
Yes.
I want to bless the blind woman with tremor sense.
Okay.
Because I've noticed a fellow person.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
$97.
Holy crap! Okay. Yeah. She's Ridire and this woman are having this conversation, and how do you bestow the blessing on her?
It's very similar to the to the staff tap where I give it to them temporarily, but it's more held to the ground and done with much more intention. Like,
okay. Yeah,
but
so
it doesn't really activate until I give her a pat on the back.
okay, so you tap your staff on the ground, and Oliver, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Here.
7.
You're more focused on the conversation between Ridire and this young lady. And so Talamh, you hit the staff on the ground, and you can sense this purplish, vibrant orange leaves and vines start to creep up the staff as you bring a little bit of the Feywild magic up from the center of up from the earth, and it flows into the staff, traveling up into your hand, and you pat her on the back, and she blinks, and all of a sudden the world around her comes into a view. Not into view, but into the tremor sense. And she jumps, and she goes, what's not? What's happening?
Did you do something?
I didn't want her to have to feel her way around the hard way anymore.
Talamh's face is the white
It's
Chewinga face, by the way.
Oh. Okay. That's wow.
And it stays like that for the next minute or so.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot around. There's. Oh, I feel dizzy.
Take a seat.
I'll get her a chair and help her into a chair.
It'll take some getting used to, but it'll come in handy for you.
I can see you?
Kind of. It's more like, you know how without seeing it, you know where all your hands and arms and legs are?
Yeah?
But it's more like, you can feel the world as if they were a part of you. Pretty cool, huh?
This is a lot to take in. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why are you all so kind?
Because Ridire has been a good influence.
Ridire, that's your name?
That's me.
Thank you.
So no more Benny.
It's the least I can do.
At least now if someone threatening comes up to you, you can at least know they're coming.
I'm gonna need a minute to process this.
Yes, I understand.
Thank you. Oh.
You are welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll leave, I guess. Is there a sign outside?
Yeah, just a pretty, old, kind of worn, very weather-worn, sign hanging above the door that says the Broken Arrow.
Okay. I don't have anything I wanted to add something to it to be favorite pub of the Twilight Brigade, because then that'll get her more business probably, but also keep unsavory types away, hopefully.
But it's not. The Blind Druid is.
Yes, but it's like Mass Effect 2. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Oh.
No, I don't have any easy way to do anything like that, so we'll...
I mean, you could find a sign maker. You're in the capital city.
Yeah, but...
It's got to have that weather-worn charm.
Yeah.
It's like the restaurants that have, pictures of celebrities eating there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe later. Maybe I'll figure something out later. Okay, so that's resolved.
I colored the stone outside with what I think Ser Ridire's face looks like.
But you're thinking of my face in a helmet, so
yeah.
You end up just coloring the gray stone a slightly different shade of gray.
Pretty much.
No, I'm just kidding. I guess we'll head to the teleportation circle and go to Occam then. Yeah? So we can sleep once we're there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right,
it doesn't... The Feywild.
Doesn't take you long to get to Occam. No fee anymore.
Yep. Public transit for free?
Not public, private transit free. We'll basically just get a private jet. For free.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I like that.
We just we teleport to all the places we've never been to, just so we can say we've been there and have fast travel for the future.
And there you go. I have added the
all the fey trees.
Fey trees.
Ooh.
Nice.
So there is one very convenient for us.
Wow, that is the most convenient location of all.
You still have to travel a little ways, but not all the way from Gorkil, so.
Yeah, but we're going through the Feywild, so it's fine.
Exactly, yeah.
And we'll negotiate with the Fey Lords along the way. Probably, at the very least, the Lord of the Hunt and the Queen of Witches, possibly the River King.
Rostra.
She's too far to the
yeah,
west
I think.
to really worry about it.
Because if they're gonna, where would they have to enter the Feywild from for the army?
Make them go through.
It would probably have to be in Occam.
March through Occam, and
which means it'd be the Queen of Witches would be the person we'd have to negotiate with the most because she was mad about the werewolves going through her lands. So she'd be the one, which is going to be obnoxious to deal with. Didn't leave on the best terms.
Listen, it will be fine. I've been there many times before. Just pop in, see if she's got any bacon.
All right. So are we gonna long rest in Occam before we go into the Feywild, or are we gonna go to the Feywild first?
Might as well take a rest.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably about 9 o'clock at night at this point, after all the things you guys have done during the day. Killed Benny, talked to the king and queen. Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Let's find an inn and stay for the night, and then to the Fey Tree. I'm not gonna hesitate.
Mm-hmm.
Get her
Just
done.
go right for it.
Yep.
Occam.
Oh, this is Occam. Oh, this is the spoopy ghost town.
Yeah. And it's
There
full,
will be.
so they are in full force with...
It's
Halloween town.
There's to be no watching of the ghost play for you two.
Oh, we don't have time.
I was bored to tears last time.
Well, you just don't understand the nuance of the work.
But really, the emotional value and the metaphor between the sparrow and the young lady, it was beautiful, actually.
And those spirits, I mean, they acted the hell out of that.
They did. They put their entire soul into it, you know?
Literally.
Right. I'm gonna blindfold you two and see how you enjoy it.
Okay.
They don't make any noise.
I'm so happy.
It's not. You'll understand when you're older. Okay, let's.
I am.
You weren't older then. You can't use that excuse. You weren't then. Okay. I want to find an inn, and if there's one that has a haunted room, I want to stay in that room.
Okay.
But they're probably all full, so.
So, asking around, there's a couple of choices. So, you've got, there's one that is being marketed by, like, every street you walk down. Is, come to the Shepherd's Inn, we have the best rooms in Occam. Come stay at them. Come stay at our beautiful suite, full services. You know, just
don't want it.
Very loud.
Yep, they're pushing it too hard. Don't want it.
And then you have asking around a little bit. You have you approach a shopkeep and says, stay in the night. Well, you got a couple of options. Are you looking for super fancy, or are you looking for practical and...
Literally do not care.
I just need a bed.
All right. Well, the Sapphire Dagger is the nicest inn in town. You're not going to find a better place than that. But it's a little on the pricey side. Now, if you're looking for just a bed, then you want to head to the Crystal Pool Ward. The Dancing Hound is your best bet.
Thank you.
Sure.
Let's go there.
Okay. So you make your way to the Crystal Pool Ward. Ah, I'm still on Circle. How dare you, Circle? Yeah. This is the Crystal Pool Ward. You make your way, you find an inn that, 2 stories. One roof is kind of on the collapsed looking side. Like, it's still there, but it's seen some wear and tear. And looking at the doors, they are covered in what appear to be shimmering runes. Stone doors.
Ew.
I will approach the doors.
Okay. As you approach, they start to glow.
Oh. I will say hello.
Friend.
In every language we know.
Bye.
The door, or not the door. From inside, you hear, "We're open."
I will walk in.
Okay. As you touch the doors, they are cool to the touch, like normal stone. And the sigils light up a little bit. And then you open the doors and you walk inside.
Yep. Fancy doors. Okay. Hello, we need rooms for the night.
Oh, okay. And how many doors? Or how many rooms? Doors? Rooms? Rooms?
Three.
The door
Three, please.
distracts me every time. Sorry.
It's fine. Yeah, no, three rooms, please.
3 rooms? Alright. Oh. You're the only ones in here. So, do you want, room, like, first floor, second floor?
First floor, please.
Yeah, first floor.
First floor. Very, very well. Hands you each a key, and
What's the price?
yeah. 3 copper for the night. Each.
Cool. I will pay for all of us because I have exactly 9 copper, and that lets me get rid of it out of my stupid inventory.
Oh.
I don't want to carry
I was
pennies
just going to give
around.
him a silver and tell him to keep the change. But...
No, I'm going to get rid of that 9 copper.
That's very, very well.
Wait, are we keeping a watch? What happened last time we were here?
Yes.
Adventuring party, is it?
Yes.
Like the adventuring party? Yes.
We're kind of a big deal.
Would you share some stories?
Listen, if no one attacks us tonight, we'll tell you a story in the morning.
If you tell me a story, I can make sure nobody attacks you tonight.
We can make sure no one attacks us tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell him the same story I told Lady Zamed.
Oh.
A long time ago, there were 3 owl bears.
After a half hour, he's sitting there, half elf, in like your stereotypical busboy uniform, like the
Like a bellhop?
bellhop, yeah, sorry. Bellhop uniform, like suit and tie that are just half a size too small. So it's not like it doesn't look too small, but you can tell that he's uncomfortable in it. Red. Just red and white coloring. And he's sitting slumped over and he goes, alright, well. Deal's a deal. He walks over to the stone that is sitting next to the wall and places it against the wall, and the entire inn lights up with sigils.
Oh, cool.
He says, yeah, alright, well.
Oh.
No one's getting in without a key, so it's guests only tonight.
Good.
Excellent, thank you.
I toss him a silver for his trouble.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I want everyone to understand that half elves have Fey ancestry and cannot be magically put to sleep. So
Oh,
Ridire's
no.
boring stories are better than magical sleep spells. Let's
Oh,
just
God.
let's make sure to call that out right now.
Less asleep and more bored to tears. And sad. He was hoping for a story.
He
I
got
told
a
him a story.
He was hoping for an adventurous story.
Well, he didn't specify.
So,
Yep, we will sleep for the night.
yep. Alright.
So good. We don't have to keep watch.
Yeah.
Alright, you sleep for the night. You gain all the benefits of a long rest.
Get those 12 hit points back.
Oh, that's right. We
killed a guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he hit me with his axe one time. And then learned to regret it for the rest of his life.
All 12 seconds that it was.
he didn't have a very long life at all.
No.
Oliver, you wake up. Roll me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Roll a 1 and just go back to
Wow,
sleep.
okay.
19. You blink a few times, getting used to, the change from consciousness, or change into consciousness, and you look to your left, and there's a unicorn in your room.
Well, hello there. I'm gonna kind of like reach towards it.
No touching.
Got it. I won't. Is that from the unicorn?
Yeah.
Do you have a name? I don't think we've met.
Oh, not formally, but, you've been running in my circles for a while now. Not directly, but fairly indirectly. I am Myliki.
Spelling, please.
Leaky.
Another freaking god, isn't it?
Gotta catch him all.
Pantheon.
Eh.
You say running in circles. Recently, and based on these circumstances, you are either a spirit or perhaps are you one of the gods of the pantheon?
Goddess of forests at your service.
It seems to be becoming a relatively common occurrence.
By the way, there's the
Roll a 20.
nat 20 that I rolled to see if he would be visited by a god tonight.
Oliver is just like the nexus point of divine and energy.
I am all.
You got a druid in your party.
No, you mean the Talamh? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
She's very skilled.
You watch out for her.
We are doing our best to, as much as we can. She's a little wild, but I am assuming that is probably good for...
She can watch out for herself.
Yeah. We're gonna have some fun. You and I.
Is that like a good thing, or is that like a that could mean a lot of things? I'm very. Is this something you can clarify, or is this going to be like I ask for clarification, then you're like goodbye, and then
Wow, what kind of sorcerer would be a half dragon, half god?
She disappears.
That's what I thought.
Just hear some
Great.
laughing.
How do I even tell the others? Okay.
Yeah, that's the morning comes. You actually wake up this time.
It was
Inception.
all a dream.
Oh man, I had such a weird dream last night. I kept hearing neighing.
You come
Really
out
weird.
with scythe.
His
Scythe
hair
in
is just
hand.
a mess.
There's a unicorn horn poking out from above the
Yeah,
mast.
there's like a unicorn horn. My left arm is glowing with like a moon rune.
God. He's got his cutie mark.
Yeah. I have become an alicorn. I'm a princess.
All right.
All right. To the Feywild.
I want to take you to a Fey bar. Fey bar.
Just like on the way, just be like, so I had another god visit me last night.
Seriously, Oliver, how many
What?
is this night?
This is a 3, I think, that
Oh.
the visit me tonight, but 4 if we're counting the one that we were all present for.
Oh, 9 hells. Which god was this?
Miliki, I believe is her name, the goddess of forests, and she was very clear to make sure you were okay.
Wait,
Talamh.
she visited you? I am the bloody druid.
I don't know. It seems like I'm just kind of like the go-to guy for the gods, you know?
I mean, and to that point, I'm a paladin.
Right, but like, does Destiny even
I've
have a
never
god?
I've never even talked to a. That's a fair point.
I'm the same point. I'm not really like super cleric, but I'm a little bit of.
Right, you're a cleric. Oh, that's right, you're a cleric. That's why they keep showing up to you.
I'm kind of new to this whole thing though, so
It's
it's
the-
like
It's the
like
cologne,
you
isn't
know,
it?
it's like you ask like your friend to like get rid of a fly and they drop a nuke. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? It's
yeah.
like
Ugh.
it's a
You
little
help a
bit
guy
of-
move a
What's-
couch one time.
What's a nuke?
It's like if my acid ball. Imagine that fire and like absolutely devastating to the point that like I don't know, like 7 of them could destroy the entire planet.
Oh, can we have one of those for Bifeld? That would
I
solve
wish.
all of our problems.
That would really,
Listen,
you know.
if it's big enough, Fireball can solve any problem.
I heard that it was some artificer somewhere was talking about some idea for it. I didn't, you know.
Oh.
It was in my monthly tablet, you know.
Are you saying that you will have become Death Destroyer of Worlds?
Maybe.
I get it. I get the reference.
It
Good.
was some. It was a. Now and again there's like a journal that came to the farm. This one focused. It was a guy named Robert Oppenheimer.
Oh, the dwarven artificer. I've heard of
Yes.
him.
yes.
You know, I believe I learned about him in my lessons.
You know, really the visionary I've heard of our time. But like mostly, some of his stuff is morally, you know, like is it good, is it bad? His
Yes, but
past
I mean,
is a little bit
all-
seedy too. You know, there's
All
a little
great
bit of.
minds. Well, anyways, I guess to the Fade Tree then. Let's not get waylaid by another god on the way.
Right. Let's make sure that our rings are set to the proper time setting.
So we make it to the Fade
Yay!
Tree?
Yeah, in Feywild. Oh yeah.
Oh,
would
cool.
we- With no troubles? Jeez, they didn't even recognize us.
So there's a sign that says help wanted.
Oh god, they can't find anyone to guard the Fey Tree.
No, you guys flash your symbols and they don't recognize you because you killed the ones that were there. And it was also in the middle of the night. So,
It's
It was the morning.
oh yeah, it was
When
For
they,
us,
no.
when they went, it was the
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
Yeah,
when
it
you
was the
guys went to
morning
us.
because we woke up, Ridire was gone, and I rolled to see if I would have known what that crazy old man was up to.
that was fun.
50-50 chance, and I rolled high enough.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, you step through the portal, you feel the time start to shift kind of uncontrollably, and your rings light up. And you set it to minute, kind of almost unconsciously, just a reflex of
Sawarudo.
knowing what time you want, and time slows down behind you, and you step through, and you are now in the somewhat familiar world of the Feywild, the bright purple and blue skies, almost a dusk all the time, but light out at the same time. You see off to your right, over the mountains, the familiar moon. And you know that to the left of you is the chasm where you met
Sriracha.
And the Feywild is yours to explore. But I think we're going to pick that up next time. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. Appreciate those of you in the chat. Some of you have... Yeah, you're all wonderful people. I love it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. And as always, may you roll those nat 20s and avoid those critical fails. And have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.